Elon Musk, richest man on the planet, CEO of Tesla, SpaceX, and The Boring Company, would-be owner of Twitter, let's see if that happens, and hater of remote work? Let's do this. In a just released pair of emails, Elon Musk goes on the attack against all remote workers, including hybrid remote workers. Let's look at these emails. In the first one, the subject line is remote work is no longer acceptable. It's misspelled up here there, but forget about that for a second. Anyone who wishes to do remote work must be in the office for a minimum, and I mean minimum of 40 hours per week, or depart Tesla. Let's give him points for being direct. At least we know where he stands. If there are particularly exceptional contributors for whom this is impossible, I will review and approve those exceptions directly. Tesla has thousands of employees, and he wants to review directly anybody who defies his anti-remote work order? Okay. Second email is, to be super clear, everyone at Tesla is required to spend a minimum of 40 hours in the office per week. Moreover, the office must be where your actual colleagues are located, not some remote pseudo office. All right, here's where it gets interesting. He calls remote offices pseudo offices as if it's not actual work. Well, he's showing his cards a bit. The more senior you are, the more visible you must be your presence. That's why I lived in the factory so much. It was your company, Elon. Of course you lived in the factory. If it were my company, maybe I would live in the factory. Doesn't mean that everybody's an owner of Tesla. There are, of course, companies that don't require this, but when was the last time they shipped a great new product? It's been a while. Is he really that dense that he thinks that only Tesla and SpaceX and whatever company that he is associated with is shipping great products? A little myopic, a little delusional, but whatever, that's his opinion. Tesla has and will create actually manufacture the most exciting and meaningful products of any company on earth. This will not happen by phoning it in. Aha, this is where it is. He thinks that anybody that's in remote work is phoning it in. All right, that means that they don't care about their work and that they're not getting work done, and that's his opinion, whatever. Certainly not shared by every CEO on the planet. Just to provide a little bit of context here, Elon Musk is not always right, even by his own admission. Let's check out another email he sent in the previous year, not even 12 months before these emails went out. Please note, if an email is sent from me with explicit directions, there are only 3 actions allowed by managers. Number 1, email me back to explain why what I said was incorrect. Sometimes I'm just plain wrong. This admission of getting things wrong, it goes with the territory in the startup world. And that's where Elon came from. That's where he made his billions, was in the startup community. Startups are trying to build something that didn't exist before. And in the process of building something that doesn't exist, you're gonna be wrong a lot of the times, and that's what gives you feedback so that you can make adjustments in the product and eventually come out with something great, and nobody else will have it because you were the first one to do it. And Elon is being humble about his knowledge gaps. So whenever you want to canonize something that Elon Musk said, just keep that in the back of your mind. Elon Musk isn't always right. In fact, he says, sometimes I'm just plain wrong. But I do think there are some takeaways that we need to think about when we're considering Elon's tirade against remote work. The first thing that we need to think about is that Tesla is Elon's world and you don't have to work there. Elon is smart, and he may see something in remote work as it relates to Tesla that just doesn't mesh with his interest in his company. So if you want to believe everything that Elon says, including his opinions about remote work, then go for it. But if you want to think for yourself, consider this. In his self-interest, Elon wants to run Tesla like it's his company, and that's his deal. So if you want remote work, then you will not be working at Tesla, and Elon Musk will not be your boss. But there's only 10,000 plus other places that you can get a job, or you can start your own business, so I don't really consider it much of a loss not working for Tesla. The second thing to consider is that you are your own CEO. Your company is you and your family and your own self-interest related to your family. It's not Tesla and it's not anywhere else or any other company. Just keep that in the back of your mind. You can let those sycophant engineers go work at Tesla and put that on their resume and say, Elon Musk is my boss, and whatever. If that's what they want, then go for it. But as far as you need to consider that you are the CEO of your own career. And if remote work plays even a slight part of your career and your future, go out and get yourself 100% remote work position. They exist. Go out and build a business that is corporate layoff proof and that isn't subject to the whims of some multi-billionaire's opinion about remote work. The sooner you realize that you do not need Elon or his ilk, the closer you will be to realizing work freedom. Final takeaway from Elon on remote work is remote work doesn't care about Elon. Maybe you've seen some of the benefits of remote work, like no commute, like less bills, like making more money, and a better work-life balance. Don't let the Elons of the world ruin your day. Elon is not God. He's not thinking about your bigger paycheck, your better work-life balance, your lower gas bills. He's thinking about himself and his company and the things that he wants to improve in the world, and you don't have to be a part of it. The world's a lot bigger than Elon Musk. Elon doesn't want to acknowledge that 26% of jobs can be done remotely right now, or that 56% of companies allow remote work in some form or fashion. And by the way, it's growing. Elon may not care about the growing world of remote work, but guess what? Remote work doesn't care about Elon either. The remote work trend is definitely against Elon's opinions. If you are still interested in remote work and you're not scared off by Elon Musk's diatribe against it, then I made a great video on earning more and living more remotely, and you can check it out right there. I'll see you over there, and all the best.